Welcome to episode 2 of our podcast, Meep, 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 Yap City.
I'm Emily.
I'm Natasha.
Oh, you went with Natasha?
Who am I?
I wasn't sure if you did that last week too. I wasn't sure if you were going to go with Tosh or Natasha.
People do call me Tosh usually, but my name is Natasha.
I've referred to you on air as Tosh.
Get over yourself.
Okay, so we have something to address. If you're watching, you already know. If you're listening, you can't see, but we have a new background.
Oh!
You were so
where are you going with this?
Yeah, we have a new background.
You always scare me. You say some like morbid, and then I'm just like,
not morbid.
Because last time you're like,
PSA.
Yeah, I was like, what? What's the PSA?
Yeah.
So here's our background. I brought some plushies from home. My favorite one, my friend got me, and we're gonna have him as a guest soon. Actually, I think.
We're gonna do guests. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
They're gonna sit right here.
We're gonna make them right here and put our legs all over them. I just
it's gonna be like
giant
up close
spitball,
and personal.
Yeah. This is my jelly cat. I love this guy. He's not mine.
Oh, my brother donated some stuffed animals to our set.
Our editor.
Yeah, he's helping edit too. He likes this kind of stuff.
I really like this guy.
Is that from like Adventure Time or something?
I don't know. I've only ever seen like one episode of Adventure
really?
Time.
I mean, Steven used to love that. Steven's my brother. We used to love that show growing up. Is this yours?
Mm-mm.
No, that's Steven's.
I got my Minecraft bee.
I
thought I brought more. Oh, I love this
What
guy.
are these?
He's so cute.
Oh my god, wait, this...
So cute.
I'm like violating
flip.
this stuffed animal right now to show this. Your
Ooh.
face, you're like, good. What is that?
Oh, is it a little sriracha bottle?
Yeah.
He's wearing a beanie.
Yeah, looks like it.
I like the ramen better, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back in the ramen.
I'm not huge on Squishmallows anymore. I have a couple that I like, but...
And then there's this little mini one that Tosh liked. Little pumpkin.
What is it, though?
A little pumpkin.
But why is he wearing a pumpkin?
Because he's a pumpkin.
No, but what is it? He's something.
Oh, I don't know. We're gonna stop with the camera so much because in case you're listening.
Oh,
while
shoot,
you're
that's
driving,
right. Sorry.
We are on Spotify.
But you can't see our plushies, which that's a bummer. This is a praying mantis, and I love him, and he's mine. And then show him yours. Oh, you already did.
This is my brother's axolotl. We went very far to get this, honestly. I think we drove an hour and a half.
For that specifically?
To that specific one. I also...
To get that?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to go to Poshmark, and the closest one to us is an hour and a half, so...
And he specifically... Oh, Build-A-Bear? Oh, I see. You wanted to go to a Build-A-Bear with the axolotl. Yeah, that is worth an hour and a half.
Because they were only in certain ones, and they had this one.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, we made a day out of it.
That's cute.
I went and got sweatshirts from Poshmark, because Poshmark has the best sweatshirts. We have to go if you've never been.
I've never been.
They're so cheap, which probably is not ethical. I'm sorry. But...
Yeah, but nothing's freaking ethical. You have to, like...
for sure.
Like, even the big brands are so unethical.
But we did that, and then we went to Build-A-Bear, and then we went to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, fun.
We had a little family day.
That's really cute. And he's really cute.
I know, right? I wanted to steal him.
What have you, done this week? What's been going on?
Nice segue. Was
that a smooth transition? Because I feel like it wasn't.
We'll see you in the playback.
I feel like that was really not smooth, but whatever.
I liked it, though. This week, I've had
That's me trying to interact with anyone ever.
Yeah.
Sorry. Again, go ahead, sorry.
I had a little bit of a stressful week. I know you did, too. We had a very stressful week.
My heart just started, like, beating fast when you said that.
Oh. I had a huge heart-to-heart with my brother this week. We weren't very close, and now, like, we are.
In the span of 1 week.
No, literally, we, like, trauma bonded, like,
Yeah.
epically, and now we're good.
Well, this is why we have our stuffies here today. I just realized. That wasn't planned. We have our stuffies to comfort us because we're...
Yes. I had, like, a lot of, I don't know, just a little stressful. My mind's kind of been all over the place, which... I guess we'll get into that later.
Yeah, because we wanted the what's the word? Topic to be just talking about, like, you know, anxiety specifically, but mental health in general, because we both struggle.
For sure.
We both struggle, and I feel like right now in the world, like, I'm not even talking about anything specific. If your mind's going to something specific, no. I just mean, like, in general, there's something heightened in, like, senses and anxiousness, and I feel like we just need to talk about it. Yeah, and just, like, try to bring a little light to it and be silly, make people feel less alone, make us feel less alone, even if it's just this conversation and nobody's watching, and it just helps us. You want to share your
stressful week?
I want you to go first.
Well, you didn't talk about your week yet. How was your week?
My week was stressful. I wouldn't say like the worst, but I would say
you've
the
had
week
a stressful past few weeks.
Yes, I was gonna say. I've
been getting a lot of texts from Tosh, be like, dude, I'm
gonna punch a hole through the wall.
What do you say? You have a phrase.
I'm gonna freak the heck out or something.
You're ruminating? Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ruminate.
Or spiraling, or yeah.
Big ruminator.
I get texts like that because Tosh is a night owl and I'm a grandma and in bed by like 8 p.m. And I will wake up in the middle of the night from text from Tosh being like, dude, I'm losing my mind.
It's like actually a struggle out here, man. Like,
and I'm like, I wake up for work because you work midday and I work and I go to work at 7. And I'll wake up, and I'll be like, oh, shit.
And then you don't find out for hours.
A night, and I'm like, but now she's sleeping. I'm like,
right, opposite sleep schedule.
Like, yeah, no, we are. This is like the only time we're up at the same time.
Right now.
Right now. Right
we
here,
have to schedule it.
No, literally, and record it for proof.
Well, like, yeah, I would say previous weeks were even more stressful. I'm actually, like, coming down from stress, but it's still stressful, to say the least. Yeah, it's just been tense, and so I've noticed other people, like, I made an ASMR video for anxiety. I've been wanting to make this video for years.
Is that going up this week?
It's up.
Oh, it is up.
It just went up tonight.
I'm a fake fan.
Or not tonight, last night.
I am a fake fan. I did not look at it yet. I'm like, I will watch all your videos. I will look to see. I'm like, oh, did she post yet?
That is so cute. Like, of course people in my life watch and support, but, like, literally. The way that she's so interested in it is like, so cute to me.
I'm like, oh, Tasha usually posts by now. Let's see if she did. What did she do this week? And then I've been checking your following because I'm, like, planning.
Oh, she's so
Tasha's
cute.
About to hit 100K, right? Yeah. Because you're at 98 point something.
Like 98.7 now.
Yeah. I think I checked the other
day
because I was like thinking about what I want to do for you.
Oh my god!
And I was like, she's close. She's really close. I gotta start thinking.
I'm close.
You're very close. Yeah.
I'm literally okay. If I could go back and tell little me that I'm gonna have a YouTube play button, I would literally pass out on the floor.
That is insane.
I'm so freaking excited. So and like I remember, thank you. When I hit 50K, I really wanted to like celebrate, and I'm not like pooping on anyone, but like we just didn't, like it didn't happen, and I was kind of like, I always wanted someone to like celebrate it with me, and she loves like social media and all this stuff so much.
It's a huge accomplishment because that's not easy to do. So, and very few people get to say that they've done it. So that's, like, insane and, like, iconic.
I'm cheesing hard.
You should be. As you should. You definitely should be so proud.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And, like, you're...
You got that positive note.
Oh, my God, I know! This is supposed to be sad! We're supposed to be talking about anxiety.
Let's cry now. So, we are talking about anxiety today. If you haven't caught on. Yeah, it's like... That's how it feels.
Yeah. Or you're, like, waiting to jump off the cliff. Like, you're like, oh, I feel really good. I wonder when the next time is going to be that I freak out. Because it's going to come.
Anxiety. Okay, where should we start?
I'd say that's something that we, like, bonded over when we first became friends.
For sure. Trauma, anxiety, all that. They go hand in hand.
Yeah, seriously. You know, that's actually...
Unfortunately.
I think possibly that's just part of my nature as well. Like, being,
trauma
like...
Just who I am.
No. I was going to say, like anxious, like
Yes,
if
me
you believe
too,
in like
me too.
horoscopes and stuff, like my zodiac, just like I know as a kid I was just a little bit like jumpy, and I remember a big thing that made me realize that I probably have like ADHD. I would like go to the zoo, and instead of like, I love the zoo, I love animals, instead of just enjoying the zoo, I would be like, we need to get to every exhibit, and I'd be like literally not saying it verbally and like ruining everyone else's time, but ruining it for myself.
your
Like,
time, yeah.
and I remember thinking like, this isn't normal. Why am I so stressed at the damn
I
zoo?
shouldn't be stressed at the zoo.
So part of it's nature, and then I think part of it is just some traumatic things as well that have happened that can induce that. So I'm working on it. I'm working through it because I don't want it like sitting in me anymore. I'm just so fucking sick of it.
I have had recently, I told you about this. I've suffered from anxiety like from as long as I can remember. And I was working back in my old elementary school. And I used to have panic attacks. And at the time I didn't know they were panic attacks. I just thought I was like sick.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
I just thought I was sick at the time. But I would have like a stomach ache. And I was probably like 7 years old. I think I was in 2nd grade. It was the same time every week. It was when I was supposed to go to computer science class and learn how to type. The guy just scared me. I don't know why. He's probably a sweetheart. But I was 7 and terrified of him. He was like he was like a biker guy. Like leather jacket.
I love when big guys like that are
goatee.
actually like so sweet.
I mean, he was working in an elementary school. He couldn't have been that bad.
Right.
But 7-year-old me, absolutely terrified of him. And I think I was, because I wasn't good with computers, so I was terrified of messing up. I was terrified of this man. His name was, I shouldn't say his name actually, never mind. I will not say his name. But every Tuesday, I would go to the nurse's office, the whole entire school year, crying in that bathroom. And I did not know why. I did not know it was panic attacks until about 2 months ago when I was working at that school. I went to use the bathroom.
This is crazy.
The adult bathroom, because like obviously
this is like
kids.
a crazy
Yeah.
full circle moment.
It really was. I was like freaking out. I was like, I went to that bathroom to go pee, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, it's all coming back to me. I'm like, this is where I had my very first panic attack. And I was like, I told my therapist about it, and she was like, oh my gosh, that's so scary. She's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I thought it was, it was like, I thought it was kind of funny.
I thought it would be like really healing and like
yeah,
like, help you
I didn't think
like
it was like
think
too
about
scary
it.
because now I'm 23, so I'm like 15 years older, and I was like, I understand I have anxiety. I deal with it the best I can, and I understand it a lot better. Where at that time, I had no clue what was going on with me. No one else knew. No one even suggested that it could be anxiety. And then it really made me understand, like, because I was working with kids at the time, really understand them, because I'm like, they're the age right now that I was when I was dealing with that. And I'm like,
that's beautiful.
And I was like,
I feel like a lot of teachers forget what it's like to be a kid, and that's
Yeah.
what makes them not maybe the best teachers
and like
all the
now
time.
when I
so
see
that's
them,
wonderful.
and I'm in a different school now, but like I'm like still the same age range, and I'm like, no, like I'm like they could be going through so much anxiety, like, and I'm like, and most adults don't even think of it because they're kids. But I was like, I was that age. I know I was that age having panic attacks. Like I was. Like,
I can't believe you didn't
in the
tell me
bathroom.
this. You didn't think to tell me this? Because this is
Which
like,
part?
I don't
I
know this
told you
whole
about-
story. Did you tell me this already?
I texted it to you when it happened. I was like, holy shit, guess what just happened?
Did you really? Because I feel like that would have stuck with me, and it's starting to come
Maybe
back
not
to me
the
a little.
kid thing, like how I realized like kids, but
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
wow.
That was a few months ago, maybe like 2 months ago.
I tend to forget things, and it's
Tosh
really
just
frustrating.
Doesn't like me and doesn't pay attention.
It's not true. It's not true. I literally had to drive home because I forgot all the plushies. I forgot the light. I forgot the mic too, but I drove back for the mic and still forgot the light and the plushies.
I
and
texted her on my way home. I was like, because she just comes right from work here, and like I make us dinner. Well, buy us dinner.
both.
As of right now, I've only bought.
You said you would make dinner, and you have not. You've yet to make dinner.
Yeah. Next week I'll make dinner. The thing is, Tasha's a vegetarian though, and I used to pescatarian. I'm so sorry. She gets so mad when I say that. Because I like pescatarian. every single
You say
time.
it every time. Vegetarian.
Same thing.
It's
well,
not.
Same thing.
I
no,
eat
I know,
meat
but I
still.
know you eat what?
Meat. Fish is meat, no?
Yeah, but like you made it sound like you're small.
Shut up. You already know I eat meat.
I'm clipping that. That is getting clipped. I cannot wait. But I'll make us fish and stuff once. The thing is, my mom bought pizza. I'm gonna eat pizza.
What's so funny is how you're like, not that you're like not knowing what to make for dinner, but you were vegetarian for how long? Tell me how long?
10 years. Since I was almost 10 years. 14 to like 22. So like 8 years.
And then when we met, you'd been eating meat again for how long?
Like 6 months.
And then I had like not been eating meat for probably like a year and a half at that point. Isn't that funny? So we did like a
chicken
switch.
And turkey though.
Yeah, still. I hadn't eaten pork or red meat for like a year.
And I was
and a half.
just transitioning back into that because I was only eating chicken and turkey.
Wow, we got really off track. Oh, it just occurred to me we're talking about meat. What the hell? Okay,
Oh my
back
God.
to anxiety. Let me think of, I'll give one of my first experiences with anxiety.
Yeah,
How about that?
do it.
I like that we're just talking about it because whoever listens to this can maybe, with who also struggles, just like hear other people's stories and know that
Yeah,
like
for
they,
sure.
that like they weren't alone. Even when you do feel like you're completely alone, you're literally not. Like you never are. Let me think. What's one of my first experiences? This is probably one of the most intense one that still affects me to this day. I don't know if this would be anxiety or just like something traumatic that happened to me. No, that's maybe more traumatic. Let me think. Well, I guess we can categorize it. I watched, because it was, I took extreme measures. So yeah, I watched this movie when I was younger, and in the movie, this little girl choked on an apple.
You've told me that.
Because it's like, and it was like the movie took place in the time when the Heimlich remover like wasn't a thing or like wasn't well known. So it was like
Whoa.
olden days.
Oh, okay, old movie. Not. I thought you meant when you watched it. The Heimlich. I was like, girl, how old are you? You vampire? I'm like, what do you mean? The Heimlich maneuver wasn't around.
Or it was like not well known.
Okay.
And so the mom cut.
Mm.
Yeah. And
You told me that. That's
after
scary.
I watched that, I didn't eat for a week straight. Like every time I would eat, I would chew.
Smoothies.
Like I remember hearing my mom on the phone and she was like, I want my baby back, because like I wouldn't eat. And I remember feeling so guilty like for making my mom feel so nervous, but I was deathly afraid to swallow food.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. To this day, it is
seriously,
still a fear of mine.
Choking is a huge, like, anxiety inducer for a lot of people. My mom's friend, her daughter had a huge, like, she would have panic attacks all the time because she thought she was going to choke.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell a choking story. And I
Oh,
was
no,
ready to
no,
block
she
my
didn't
ears.
choke, but for some reason, she couldn't really eat. She couldn't eat alone because she was so scared. Like, she just kept, like, telling herself, like, if she ate, like, she was gonna,
Yeah, it's
like,
horrible.
choke. So she always wanted someone with her.
I was going to ask for Christmas for a device that sucks it out of your throat.
Oh my god. That year or like
This year.
What the
I decided against it. I was like, you know
my
what?
God.
I think I'm like fixing my anxiety a little, or like, you know,
Oh my
healing.
goodness.
So, but then just
I'll
another
give you that.
example of
Oh, don't worry.
for my 100K.
Yeah.
Put it on top of a cake.
Yeah.
But another thing I remember, like, this is a very specific one. This is like a core memory that's not good. I remember hearing my aunties, like we all went for lunch. I remember hearing them talk about this condition with like bugs on your skin or under your skin. I don't know what it was, but I literally started to like feel things crawl up my arms, and like I remember being convinced to the rest of the day that like I had bugs in my skin. So a very anxious kid, you know.
I would hate that.
Hypochondriac. And it has led into adulthood.
To being anxiety or
Anxiety for sure.
Yeah. No, I don't think it really ever goes away. Not to be like morbid and depressing. I just think you find ways to deal with it.
I think you find ways to deal with it, and I also think there needs to be a balance between acknowledging it, not ignoring it, right? Dealing with it, but also not defining yourself with it. So it's like for a big period of my life, I would be happy, and then I would crash and have the worst anxiety ever, and then I'd be happy again, convinced I'm never going to feel that way again, and then I would crash. It would be horrible. It was just this horrible cycle until I'm finally addressing it and figuring it out. And now I also don't want to
have your moments.
Right, but I also don't want to define myself and say I am anxious. That's bad. No, I'm not. And just like, now that's just the rest of my life, because who knows where I could be. Maybe in 20 years from now, I barely... Do you know what I mean?
You learn how to deal with it, yeah. Because there's some people that don't deal with anxiety, like, at all. Like, not an anxious bone in their body. Like, it's just not a thing. And I'm like, how? How do you just go about your day not being anxious about anything? It just doesn't make...
That is a wild thought.
I know,
There's
right?
just some people that wake up and they are just happy.
You want to talk about therapy?
Yeah, we can talk about therapy.
Yeah.
Not that I have much experience
like,
with it, to be honest.
Coping mechanisms?
Ooh, I like that.
I guess therapy would fall under a coping mechanism.
I actually went to a mental hospital for a week.
Yeah.
When I was 18.
Do you want to touch on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love talking about it because a lot of people, it's like this like creepy subject, and I like saying it because I want people to feel okay if they need that, like if that's an option. So I love talking about my experience in the hospital just because I feel like it'll make people feel more comfortable if they need that as an option, and know that you shouldn't be ashamed if you need that. We all have
Facts.
our stuff.
Everyone needs help. Don't ever, like...
There's no shame in getting help. There's shame in letting yourself sit and suffer. Right.
Yeah.
There's no shame in trying to help yourself. I'd hate that, like, going to the hospital for a broken leg is not the same as going to a mental hospital for your broken brain.
Oh my god, we said the same time.
Jinx! You owe me a cake with a choking machine on top.
What the heck?
You thought that was going somewhere else.
I was like, oh.
You were like this.
Like, the gears were turning in there. I was like,
It's
hey,
like,
what?
it reaches out and chokes me.
Oh, then you really need that thing.
Okay, so what's your experience been in therapy? How do you feel about therapy? I know some people, like, are totally against it. Some people aren't against it, but it doesn't work for them. I don't know.
I am a huge therapy advocator. I've been going since I was probably, like, 15. And I've seen probably 3 or 4 different therapists. Right now, I really like my therapist. I've been seeing her for about 2 years.
Sorry.
This is the way that thing is looking at me.
He's looking at her like, she's talking about going to therapy, and he's like, go?
But it's like side-eyeing me.
He's like, you're crazy.
Oh,
bitch.
literally, that's why I'm in therapy.
Okay.
But I've been going for about 2 years now to her. I recommend it to, like, pretty much everyone. The way I explain it is that it's really helpful no matter what. Like, right now I'm pretty good. Like, I'm not doing too bad. But say, like, I have a problem with, like, Tosh, for example.
Very likely.
Like say I'm pissed at her. Or,
Right.
like, she just does something to piss me off. And I just need to vent. I'm not going to go vent to her. I'm not going to vent to one of our mutual friends. Because then, like, it has the potential of just blowing up. Like, if I just need to vent for, like, a half hour about something stupid she did, or, like, you know, I'm going to go talk to my therapist. Where, like, I have that place to vent, but it's not going to explode my life.
Ooh, I like that.
Like, that's my, like, whole take on it. Is that you don't have to be going through, like, hell and back to go see a therapist. Like, you can just have one for, like, maintenance. Like a year, like, a checkup. Like, I go once a month.
Right, someone who, like, is not biased either.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't know anyone. You can just put it on the table and, like, even get advice.
Like,
just get it out.
Talking things through. Like, say, I'm, like, so fed up with Tasha. I'm like, you know what?
I don't like this analogy.
I'm like, screw this. I don't want to be friends with her anymore. I'm going to talk to my therapist first. Be like, hey, like, am I being, like, over dramatic? Like,
right.
Can you listen to this unbiasedly and tell me other approaches?
What sounds good?
Should I be like, F that bitch? Or should I be like, hey, like, we should talk things out? You know?
Hey, I need a therapist.
Me. You
like,
do. You really do. I'm, like, such an avid believer in them. I think they're so helpful.
I have one, but the thing is, I I was on my stepdad's health insurance, and then he retired, so I didn't have health insurance for a while.
I mean, good for him, but rip.
For me, you did good.
No, good for him. Bad for you.
And so because I'm just like a procrastinator, and I'm like a kid still in my mind, in my heart, you know, I was like, I don't know what to do, so I didn't apply.
You needed health insurance, yeah.
So I recently applied. I'm on it now.
You're welcome.
Awesome. I know, really. And
I pushed her to go get health insurance.
Oh gosh, and now I don't know if my therapist, because I love her, I hope that she'll take my new insurance. Because there were even some problems with my old one, and I had good insurance before, but not that there were problems, but like, I don't know. But I gotta contact her again and see, because holy tamale, Batman, I think I would really benefit from that, because I can hear myself recently talking so much, and it's because I'm going through stressful times. I need to talk about it. I'm a talker, right? I do feel
it's helpful to talk things out.
I do feel I need to focus on looking for validation for myself and not others all the time, but I get so anxious about making the right choice all the time that I feel if someone else that I admire and love agrees with me, I feel less alone in making big life decisions.
Yeah.
But it's becoming...
You love doing that. You love talking to other people to get...
But I feel like it's too much now. I need to just
You've been
go
saying
in.
that lately.
Yeah, I'm doing a trip by myself actually this weekend. And
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's just going to be part of it, is not having anyone around to be able to be like...
She just wants to get away from me.
Exactly. You actually got it all right. Yes.
I figured it out.
I'm going to get a therapist so I can talk shit about you.
Little does she know I'm going to follow her there.
And put a fake mustache on.
You think that's what's gonna do it? Do I look that much like a man to you that I just need a little fake stash, and you're like, oh, Emilio. Like, what the heck? No, I'm just kidding. No, that's gonna be fun for you though.
Yeah, so I can like look within and like think and like get my own validation. But I also think having a therapist would be good, because I feel guilty when I sit and talk to someone for like an hour straight and I don't shut up.
You know how you just said look within? You know what we did with the kids today? So I'm a teacher's assistant, and they do like every month they do something like as a group, and this month is mindfulness and looking in to improve for self-improvement.
Are you
and
kidding?
We taught that today. That was their little
kidding?
like. That was their
Everything
little thing.
is so incredibly
they all raised their hand
synchronized.
and said how they can some of them shared. They didn't have to share, obviously, and a lot of them wanted to share though how they could like be better for themselves.
I love that. That's literally what I'm working on.
I know. I think that's amazing that we teach like the little kids that. I'm like, that's so important.
Because like if someone was around to teach me that from a young age,
we
even
never did
plant
that.
the seed. Like even if I don't know what the hell I'm doing, as long as the seed's there, so then as I
and
grow,
then we
it
also do
starts
like
to make
mindful
sense.
breathing with them and stuff, which I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
I've been working on like healing the nervous system or whatever.
That's what we do with them, and I'm like, oh,
listen to
I
this.
need to do this.
Listen to this analogy. I think maybe it helped me when I heard it. Because you know when you hear people say, like, take deep breaths, do all this stuff, and you're like, yeah, but, like, there's no meaning for it, so like, it's hard to stay consistent with it. I heard this girl describe it as, like, a muscle, and so because we've had anxiety so long, or we've been stressed so long, our, like, she didn't say it like this, but I'm paraphrasing, our anxiety muscle's really strong, right, and our calm muscle's really weak. And so if we start to strengthen our calm muscle through, like, breathing and exercises and walking and, like, all these things, right?
Yeah.
And start to not stress as much, our calm muscle's going to strengthen and our anxiety muscle's going to weaken. Yeah. So I like that analogy.
I've done, like, those breathing... I know you said you didn't like them. The breathing technique class things. I went to a free one, and I really liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I
It was so relaxing.
I do like breathing,
at that thing I'm working at. She's probably going to be there. At a woman at Expo.
Explain.
I'm working a little side job for an event. I'm helping plan and run a women's expo. And I went last year, and then the lady who runs it told me I could intern with her. And it's like a bunch of holistic wellness things as well as
like
women-owned small businesses.
It's like a fair, like tents, like you go around?
No, it's inside tables.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
like a
kind
fair,
of.
like a wellness fair kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's where the first time I went is where they had breathing exercises. They also have speakers and everything, but it's really cool, and I'm really excited. And I hope she lets me work with her more. Hopefully.
I do like breathing. It's just whenever I've tried to use it during like meditation, I get like so focused. Like I don't know, like I do this thing where like sometimes I remember I'm blinking, right? And then when I remember I'm blinking, it starts to stress me out. So when I'm remembering I'm breathing, it starts to stress me out, which is like the opposite of what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So
I don't
know.
mind meditation.
I do like to meditate.
If I do a breathing class, I can do it. But if I do it just like try to breathe on my own, like I'm like.
So maybe I have to do a little class.
Or like maybe like a recording.
You know what I heard? I was reading a book and she said she was like breathing with the sounds of the ocean, and I was like, that's kind of nice.
What? We used to do that in dance class. If we had I was a competitive dancer.
I took dance as well, but I did not compete.
Okay. We were always there for a long time, and it would be kind of stressful. And at the end of some of our more stressful classes, she would have us lay on the floor. We were a lot younger though. Like once we hit like 12, we didn't really do this anymore. Or we would, but she wouldn't do it in the fun way. When we were, like, little, she would have us pretend to be mermaids. She'd give us little beads, like beaded necklaces. We'd lay on the ground. We had our little seashells. And she would play, like, the ocean music really loud. Turn the lights off, and we would just lay there. Cute. And it would be, like, when we were, like, we'd be, like, so out of breath and, like, working so hard. And then we'd just be like, it would feel amazing.
That's why after you do like yoga and you lay down, it's so amazing to do it right after you've had a workout or you're exhausted.
Like, I remember that because that was always so cool.
Hey, literally that's so cute, and I'm going to do that. Because what? I'm going to pretend I'm a mermaid with ocean sounds.
It was my favorite thing we did.
Here's the thing, right? I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. My therapist said that as well. I haven't gotten checked out, but my brain is like boing, 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 boing. And I love to daydream, and I love to make scenarios up. So why would that be, like, amazing for me as an adult?
We should do it.
Like, laying right now.
Let's stop this. We're going to go be mermaids.
You know what I still do to this day from dance class? Anytime I'm, like, with people or, like, we're all sitting on the ground or I'm sitting on the ground, I always do this. You put your feet together and you start flat. Yeah, I do the butterflies. What color are your wings? Where are you going? And we stretch, and isn't that cute?
I miss dance so much.
Me too.
Honestly, it probably is an amazing stress reliever. Like, because exercise is a good stress reliever.
Literally, I saw this girl who said her therapist prescribed 30 minutes of anxiety dance time every day, and you just freak out and dance to your favorite music, and you, like, literally shake off the nerves. It's amazing. I do that. Sometimes it doesn't work, but...
I should do that. What are your thoughts on? So we touched on therapy, the hospital, breathing. But what about medication?
So
I'm medicated.
I'll get that out there. I've been medicated before in my life, but I don't think that I've ever used meds long enough to even have an opinion on them. I will say I did try. I was always like Prozac as a kid. We'd put me on Prozac. I didn't do that one. But then I would never stay on long enough because I feel like when I was younger, I would have like a downtime in my life. Like I'd like lose friends or something. My parents would be like, let's talk to somebody, put her on Prozac. And then I'd be like, I'm not really like that sad though. It's like, I'm sad, it's upsetting, but I'm not depressed. Like I'm just upset from a life event, you know? So I really wouldn't notice the difference. I'd stop taking it, which is bad. You should talk to your doctor first. But then when I was getting really bad, that's the thing. I've only ever used medication when I either don't really need it or I'm getting so bad that I absolutely need it. So
I waited till I really, really needed it. And then I was like, I can't raw dog this anymore.
That's what I did. And I was on Prozac. Or no. I had talked, and I don't know why, but we said, I've taken Prozac before, and I said, I don't think I noticed a difference. I didn't take it long enough, though. So we were like, let's try a new one.
It takes like 6 weeks for it to kick in.
Yeah, and I had only taken it like a month or something. They put me on Zoloft, and I completely went ballistic. Like,
isn't that like a really, really strong one? I didn't think you could take that under 26.
Well, that would explain a lot.
My psychiatrist told me, and this was only a few months ago, that because we're under 26 and our frontal lobe isn't fully developed, there's very limited options on what we can take legally.
Really?
Yeah.
We are not mental health professionals.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just told that, yeah.
We're just I don't know. Talk to your doctor if you need to talk about meds. But this is just opinion completely. Yeah. Nothing is fact, but...
We're just sharing our experiences.
Yeah. Wow, because, I freaked out when I was on Zoloft. Yeah. Like, I lost my mind. I remember literally, I get really big pupils already. It's funny, but, like, my pupils were, like, filling my entire eye. I was scaring my whole family. I was calling everyone, like, freaking out. Like I literally sounded insane. Like, I was like, you don't understand, like, losing my mind till I had to be admitted. So, like, partially
Yeah.
was a reason that I went to that. I mean, it was a very small part. I mean, it mainly was what I was going through in life.
Sometimes meds can make it worse. Like, they don't work all the time. Like, obviously, you have to do what's best for you. Right now, I'm on medication. I have a medication for panic attacks that I like. And then I have an everyday one that I've been forgetting to take. But when I was, like, fully taking it, I've been, like, really bad with taking it because I got sick. And then when I'm sick, I can't take, like, I can't take my meds. Like, when I have, like, the flu or something, I can't do it.
Why?
I don't know. I can't. I could barely get out of bed. I couldn't take, like, my meds. I don't know. There's just something about it. When I'm sick, I can't take my normal medicines. So I've been really bad at taking it since then.
Something in my eye.
Your eyeball?
Yeah, my eyeball. Go ahead.
But I do really like it. I think it helps.
One thing I remember my doctor saying is sometimes when you take medication, it gets worse before it gets better.
Yeah,
and then also,
they did say that.
Yeah, they also said it's only 20%. Like, you have to do the 80%, which is, like, all the little techniques and figuring stuff out on your own. It's like medication is there to just aid you, to help you.
Yeah,
but you are still the main person who's in charge of making sure your
and then
mental health
medicine's
is well.
not for everyone. Some people can do it on the, like, different approaches.
Right.
Which, have you ever tried any other approaches?
No, just because I've always noticed on medication, I don't react well. Like, I just don't like being medicated. I don't know. Like,
that's
even
fair.
like the birth controls I've tried have made me feel crazy, and like, I don't know. I just don't like it.
Yeah, medication's not for everyone. Like, pharmaceuticals kind of stuff. A lot of people like a little bit more, and you seem like you
a little more holistic.
A holistic approach. Have you ever tried, like, weed for anxiety? I feel nervous saying that.
No, don't be nervous.
It's legal where we live, by the way.
No, don't be nervous saying that.
So it's legal.
Funny thing is, weed makes me anxious.
Yeah, some people say that. Okay.
Like, but the thing is, if I get like CBD, in a really low THC, high CBD, and that feels
like
nice.
A gummy or like a... Oh. Some people can't do that.
I can't do a gummy because when it just hits, I freak out. I don't like being normal and then all of a sudden, like, I like to ease into it. I like to.
If you're anti-weed, don't cut this. Like, skip this part. Okay. But
I don't like feeling like I don't have control over my own brain. Like, I like being sober personally. So
really, okay. Yeah. I haven't in a long, long time, but I used to really like a gummy or like a chocolate bar for anxiety and like sleep. Also a good time. I'm not anti-weed. But I haven't used it in a really long time, but when I did, it really helped. And actually somebody once said to me, I was using it more for a good time, but it took my anxiety away. Like, I had really bad social anxiety, and I was at a friend's house for like a little wine night, and we ended up smoking a joint. And I was like, I would always be the kind of person that would, like, I am constantly worried what other people are thinking about me. Like, that's just, like, kind of a part of my anxiety. Like, when I'm in social settings, I think I'm the most embarrassing person in the world.
We gotta work on that, huh?
That's not good. I think everyone's
feel you
judging me,
yeah,
and, like, if I take one wrong step, no one's gonna like me anymore.
I feel that.
It's, like, a horrible fear of mine. Like, it's just constantly, like, in my stomach.
I think my fear, like, what comes from caring what people think, my fear is being misunderstood and thinking people,
I'm scared,
have the wrong intentions.
One little thing, and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. Like, why are you here? And so someone pointed out to me, they're like, after, like, I was, like, stoned, they're like, all your anxiety went away. I was, like, laughing, giggling, chatting, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, it made me a little embarrassed. I was like, oh. I was like, wait, so is that a good thing?
You, like, became conscious again.
Yeah, it sobered me up real quick. But so people had noticed that it kind of did get rid of my anxiety a little bit. Obviously not in the best way, because then you can't drive or like anything like
and
that.
And you still want to try to be able to do that sober as well.
Oh, 100%.
And not become reliant on it.
But I did think that was kind of cool. That
is cool.
I mean, if you're really, really, like, chronically having like panic attacks, maybe that might take
or even
the
needing
edge
it
off
to
sometimes.
sleep. I know I get anxious at night specifically. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
So like taking it and just going to bed and
Yeah.
but I was just talking with my sister's boyfriend about it because like he knows a lot about it, and I was like, what should I take for anxiety specifically? Because like if I'm having a night where I'm feeling really anxious, I'm not opposed to having like a little very small dose gummy with like CBD and stuff to chill out. My fear is that I'd be extremely anxious, take it, and then become more anxious.
That's happened to me before.
Yeah, so
only once where I took it and then it was to chill out, and then I got like bad news, and I was like it made me 10 times more anxious. I'd be like crying on the ground. I was like,
already think too much, and it like makes me think even more. I'm like, I don't need to be thinking more.
If I get bad news or like something happens after I take it, that like would normally spike my anxiety, then it'll spike double, if that makes sense.
Yikes. And you have to like turn your phone off when you take it, maybe.
I should have. It was my phone that made me anxious.
Yes. That's also another thing, like when I get up in the morning, I can't just get out of bed. Like I always have to look on my phone, but then I get triggered, and then it like sets you up to have an anxious day.
I don't scroll when I get up.
I haven't been recently.
I check my texts, I check my DMs, I check like my
text,
Snapchat, text, DM, Snapchat.
Even I get this feeling, like especially if there's tension with people in my life at the time, or like anything I'm anxious about, I get this feeling when I go to check my text, like someone's mad at me, I literally like immediately wake up like in a panic, like if I'm having a tense time in my life, and I'm literally like, and then I see it, and I'm like, okay, no one's mad, but I'm still like, I don't know if it's I can't remember the word, something, not like adrenaline, but something spikes when you first wake up in the morning, and so your heart is like heavy and anxious when you wake up, even if nothing's happening, and that is so me. And so I'm thinking like, even though it's difficult to be like consistent with things, I think I might really benefit from like a morning meditation or something. I know a lot of people do that. Yeah. I'm just so tired when I wake up that sounds like absolute bullshit to
me. Sweetie, you don't wake up till like 10 o'clock.
Like 11 sometimes.
Oh my god!
I got up at 10 this morning, and that was good for me.
I was gonna say, like,
I'm trying 9 tomorrow.
Daredevil. Could do like a meditation, because like at that point, like, I don't know, you like, because I wake up at like 6:30.
You gotta get ready for work.
And I wake up at the last possible second, and just enough time to get ready, just enough time to eat breakfast and get dressed. I don't even do my hair. Really,
but if you got up about 10 minutes more, you could do it. Cram a 10-minute one. But I mean, easier said than done. I can barely do it, and I have hours in the morning. It's just when I wake up, I'm a different person. I'm literally like just moody and so not moody, but I know you sent me tired.
Tosh sent me a picture the other day.
Oh my god, show it.
Oh god, where is it?
I'm just so tired in the morning that like I can't even explain to you how tired I am in the morning. Like I don't want to do anything for at least an hour, and it's horrible. I've always been like that since I was a kid. Like getting up for school every day was a chore. Like I'm literally like, ugh. So the thought of waking up and doing a meditation, like I'd probably put my headphones in and go back to sleep. So I'm struggling with it, but I'm gonna maybe try to do that tomorrow morning instead of like grabbing my phone. But I've been going on YouTube instead of scrolling and just watching like a motivational video instead, or something like to educate myself on like my mental illness instead, like something beneficial and not just like scrolling on TikTok. Oh, you know what happened? You have to like save it to keep it, and I'm so used to Emma saving all the ugly pictures I send to her, my sister.
Save it in
like when you send texts? It. Yeah, over Snap.
Oh, it was on Snapchat? What about
this one? I have this one. There's that one. I am notorious for having the craziest hair when I wake up. I thought I sent it. Look, here's me as Elvis. Thank you very much.
Aww.
What do you mean, aw?
How cute.
Aw. How cute.
In case you're listening and not watching, she's showing photos of her from first thing in the morning where she's got a rat's nest in her hair. Okay, so back to anxiety. So we've touched on coping mechanisms, as in hospital.
That's a little more than a coping mechanism.
It could be a coping mechanism. Therapy, medication, breathing, music, exercise, and marijuana. Yeah. Pick your favorite. Comment your favorite below.
Comment your favorite coping mechanism for anxiety, and we'll see you guys next time.
My ankle. We're like Jake Paul over here for anxiety.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
That video.
The Japan one?
Yeah.
Oh, God! Wrong brother.
The other brother. What do you
The other brother.
It's like, guys, I think... Oh, that was bad.
That was so long ago, too.
That was bad. Hey.
If you couldn't see, I was making the axolotl dance. Do you know that song? It scratches a special part of my brain. There's an axolotl.
I hate to break it to you, but every part in your brain is special.
You look like someone that has a brain that's very smooth. No bumps or ridges. Do you know that?
No. What is that?
As in your brain is just
like I get it. Like, it's funny, but what is
it's
it
like
from?
on TikTok.
Oh.
Have you not heard the... Oh, hold on. I'll put a video up for our...
YouTube? Wait, you know how to do that?
Mm-hmm.
You're a skilled editor.
There's two of them that I like.
There's an axolotl on the pink stairs. Is an axolotl supposed to be there? If you ask an axolotl if they'll be back tomorrow, a penguin waddles in and then the axolotl's gone. There's an axolotl on the lawn chair. Is an axolotl supposed to be there? If you ask an axolotl if they'll be back tomorrow, a penguin waddles in and then the axolotl's gone. There's an axolotl at the front door. Is that what the welcome sign is there for? If you ask an axolotl if they'll be back tomorrow, a penguin waddles in and then they both sing you a song. Bibble bobble penguin waddle.
Hey, so I'm thoroughly relaxed.
Doesn't that scratch a special part of your brain?
Beautiful.
There's another one.
I loved that. That reminded me of being a little kid.
This is a remake and it's so funny.
There's an axolotl at the dive bar. A drunken axolotl shouldn't drive cars. You should tell the axolotl if you come back tomorrow, we're gonna breathalyze you, then your wife and kids are gone. Then the axolotl said a mean word. Fuck! Now behind the wheel he's blasting free. Bird, you should tell the axolotl, please don't come back tomorrow. Your credit cards are bounced and your house has been foreclosed. Now the axolotl's drinking mint schnapps, driving 105 directly by cops. You should tell the axolotl, no need to drown your sorrows. There's programs that exist for axolotls like yourself. Then the axolotl hits a Mack truck. His wife cries on the phone. He tells her that sucks. Then she tells the axolotl, I'll pick you up tomorrow. They threw you in the drunk tank when you swerved and crashed my car. Now the axolotl's children have beef. They heard he bet their college savings on the Chiefs. You should tell the axolotl there's nothing left to borrow. Your family is concerned and you need to find a job. Axolotl, drop the bottle. Axolotl, drop the bottle. Axolotl, drop the bottle.
The beautiful one. It's over.
Isn't that amazing?
No.
That one's so funny.
I hated that one.
I like axolotls a lot. I think we covered a lot about anxiety and coping mechanisms. This was a really important topic for both of us, and I'd like to give credit to Tosh because she texted me today, was like, I have a great idea. We should do this. And so, full credit to her for thinking of this idea.
I'd like to give credit for this whole freaking podcast to you.
Oh, no. You agreed, so...
Why when I say that do you get nervous? You get you're like, no, I don't.
Because if it fails.
I keep seeing it as this sweet thing, but every time I say it, you're like, no, you did it too. But no, really, no matter.
We get canceled. I wanted you to have the blame. You're thinking how.
Don't say that.
You're thinking credit. I'm thinking blame.
I know. What the fuck? I'm trying to be nice.
Okay.
No, she like, I don't even know what podcast, like, I never watched podcasts. She
I
put
love
this
podcasts.
together, and, like, she was, like, the motivation in this. You motivate me to be better at the content that I make right now.
You're so
And,
sweet.
yeah, like, I haven't felt this passionate about my channel in a long time, and I'm not,
We're thriving.
yeah.
I think we're thriving. But thanks for watching. We hope you liked our first episode. It is not out yet. As of right now, but by the time you're watching this,
It'll be out.
it'll be out.
Yeah.
So we hope you liked that one. We hope
I've
you
always
liked
wanted
this
to
one.
say something like that.
And I did it.
No,
And
or
I'm
like
gonna
hear
do
that, like, oh, by the time this comes
Yeah,
out,
by the
other one
time
will be
this
out.
one comes out, you
Steven,
should have
our editor.
already- Huh?
I'm just trying to say things that, like,
She's
YouTubers,
talking out of her right now.
YouTubers say.
But thank you for watching. Sorry, this outro is really messy. It's Tosh.
Fuck you.
And once again, I'm Emily,
I'm Natasha.
and thanks for watching Yap City.